Hello students, how are you? I hope you're all doing good. Since we have already finished the chapter that is separation of substances, it was quite lengthy chapter. Today we will start a new chapter that is changes around us. By reading this heading, we can get some idea that in this chapter we will learn about the different kind of changes and the type of changes that are happening around us. Now tell me, the things that are present in your surroundings, the things that are present around you, are they all remain same? Do they remain same? Do we remain same every year? Do the season, the weather, the climate remain same? No. They always get changed. Climates always change. Every 3 months the climate change. Now it is a rainy season. When it comes around to October, November, you will see that it is you will get a winter season. And when it comes around to some March, April, it is summer season. See, even the climates also change. The surroundings, the environment is also changed. And even if we have a particular climate, we have a particular season, but within the season also the weathers are not same. The weathers are not same. Weathers like today it's rainy, to tomorrow it will be sunny. Maybe yesterday was sunny. See, so many changes are happening around us. Now, it's not about around us. Even we also get changed. Our body also change. Now tell me, human also get changed. We are also changing. Now tell me, the day you were born, the face you had when you born. Now tell me, do you have that same face till today also? No, our face are changing. Our body is changing. The size, the day you were born, the size of your body was small. Do we have the same size? No. Even the size, we are growing up. The day we are born, we were not able to even speak, and at the same time we couldn't even talk or even can't stand also. Now see, we can talk, we can stand, we can walk, we can run, we can do. See? So till today we are changing, we are growing up, we are learning. So it is not even so, there are so many changes around us and even within us. There are so many changes that occurs around us and within us. So change is what? Now comes out of what is change. Change is that আমরা কখন বলবো এটা চেঞ্জ হয়েছে যখন when we see something different from its original object. When we see something different, something এই কাগজটা আগে এরকম ছিল এখন এটা হয়ে গেছে, কি we see something different from its original object, then we only say that there is something changed. The process that has happened, that is change. So change always occur around us. Change has always occur around us. So change is a continuous process. Better to say that change is a continuous process. Continuous process means it is always happening. It is always happening. We are changing every year. Every year we are changing. Or I must say that when you cut your hair, that the size of the hair, does it remain same? No. Every time, for every second, your hair is growing by millimeters, by micrometers. So the changes is a continuous process and it is continuously happening. And the change, it is a law of nature. It is a law of nature. You can't stop. Change is a process. Change is a process. I must say, what is change? Change is a process by which object or something or anything looks different from its original one. Different from its original one. Difference from its original one. Okay? So change is a process by which object or anything looks different from its original one. And change is what? Change is a continuous process. You can't stop it. Can you control the change? No, we can't control. Can you stop ourselves from growing up? No, we can't stop. It is a process that we can't stop it. The climate that is changing every the climate that is changing, that is happening every year. The season that is changed every 3 months. After every 3 months, do we have a control over it? No, we don't have any control over it. It is continuously happening. It is a continuous process. Just think of it. What if there will be a no rainy season? There will be only one season, that is called summer season. Then will you like it? No, we don't like it. So change is a continuous process, and it is a law of nature that there has to be a change in your surroundings. Without it, it will be difficult for us to live. Suppose if there will be only one season, suppose there is only summer season. Throughout the year there is a summer season. Then what you will do? There will be no water. If there is throughout the year, if it is only summer season, then you will find there will be no raining. There will be no raining also, and at the same time there will be no raining. The rivers will dry up. The plants would die. If the plants will die, then we won't get any food, and ultimately it will be difficult for us to live. So it is a part of life. It is a continuous process, and it is a law of nature. Now let's go further deeper into this chapter. Now comes to this. Many changes are taking place around us on their own. Yes, there are many changes that are taking place around us on their own. And what are they? Growing of baby, changing of season, growing of plant, climate change, weather change. So these are the changes that are happening on their own. We don't do any changes. And there are also changes that are happening by us. We bring the change. There are some changes that we bring. For example, what are they? Like cooking of food, right? Cooking of food. These are the changes that are brought by us. Brought by us means by living organisms. We bring that changes, like cooking of food, cutting of vegetables. Vegetable doesn't cut by own. Vegetable সবজি কি নিজে থেকে কেটে যায়? না, আমরা কাটি। খাবার কি নিজে থেকে তৈরি হয়ে যায়? না, আমরা বানাই। তো এই চেঞ্জেসগুলো কি, যেগুলো আমরা চেঞ্জ করি, আর এই চেঞ্জেসগুলো কি, যেগুলো নিজে থেকে হয়। So their changes can also be grouped. So there are two changes, that is the change that happen on their own, and the changes are brought by us, that they have not happened on their own. And what are they? Cooking of food, cutting of vegetables, and give example like folding of paper, cutting of trees, right? These are all what? These are all changes that are not happen on their own, that we bring their changes. So there are two type of changes. Better to say that there are two type of changes that are taking place happen on their own, and the changes that are brought by us don't happen on their own, not on their own. See, these are the changes. So changes all can also be grouped. That is, some that are happen on their own, and some that doesn't happen on their own. Now tell me that if there is a change, suppose there is a change, how do we know that there is a change? Suppose, like for example, let's take that I'm folding this paper, right? Is there any change? Yes, there is a change. But how we do know that this is a change? How can we understand? We can understand that there is a change by our sense organ. We are seeing that this paper, earlier size was this, now the size has been changed. So By changing the size, we can see by through our eyes that there is a change. The change is felt by what? We can understand the change by our sense organs. So changes are felt by our sense organs like nose, ears, tongue, skin, eyes. So these are all sense organs, and through these sense organs we can feel that there is a change. There is a change. What kind of changes can we understand? Like if it is a change in shape. Change in shape we can understand by eyes. There is a change in size, like folding a paper. You are folding a paper. So see, change in shape. And how we feel, how can we understand? We can see through our eyes. Changing of shape. Change of a shape is also felt by our eyes. But for example, like blowing of balloon. You are blowing a balloon, and you see that balloon is getting bigger and bigger and bigger in size. How we feel? How do we understand that it is getting bigger? Through our eyes. One more is that change in temperature. Change in temperature. Change in temperature. And how do we feel that there is a temperature change, sudden temperature change? Suppose there is hot sunny day and you have on your AC. Now you are relaxing. You are feeling cool. How you are feeling the cool? Suddenly, how you are feeling that there is a drop in temperature? Because of the skin. We feel by our skin. We feel through our skin that there is a drop in temperature. It can be changing state. Changing state means solid to liquid. Like suppose melting of ice cream. Your ice cream is getting melted. Your ice is getting melted, or your ice is melting. I am telling you that the ice cream is melting. How I am telling that the ice cream is melting? Because I can see it. Changing color. Changing color, like for example, ripening of mango. আমরা বলি যে এই আমটা পাকা, এই আমটা পাকা. How can we tell that আমটা পেকে গেছে? By changing color from green to yellow. So again we can feel by our what? By our sense organ. So these are the changes. These are the following changes that are felt by our sense organ, and through which we can say that there is a change. So these are the following changes that are felt by our sense organ, and through them we feel and we understand that there is something change. So we have discussed that how change is important. It is a nature, it is a law of nature, it is a continuous process. We cannot stop them. And we have also learned that there are different changes, like there are different changes that happen as surrounding us on their own, and at the same time not on their own. Some changes happen on their own, some changes doesn't happen on their own. And how we feel these changes? We feel these changes by our sense organ, and these are the following changes that are felt by our sense organ, and through which we can understand that there is a change. So how can we understand there is a change? We can understand through our sense organs. We can understand it through our sense organs, because we see these kind of changes around like changing shape, changing size, changing temperature, and these changes are felt by our sense organs, and through which we can understand there is a change. So till today we will discuss, and the next class we will discuss more about these changes and type of changes.